Boardwalk School of Economics, the right choice.
Greetings, fam. Once again, we are in Black History Month. Black History Month. The same old thing. We've lost lots of leaders throughout history trying to do for us what we must do for ourselves. This is a new day and a new opportunity. I hope you can recognize it for what it is. All right, let's spend some time together. A Black History Month message. We are in a fight for our future. No marching is required. But what's next after the marching? Decades later, we're marching for the same old rights that our forefathers and ancestors, when I was growing up, marched for. The same old thing. So what must be done differently in order for these changes to stick? Let's discuss that. This is Human Rights 2, Civil Rights Part 2, the financial edition. Where's the money? Feel-good cliches, slogans, and motivational speeches are not enough. Civil Rights Part 1 was about raising the consciousness of others and asking others to help us. This time, it is about raising our own consciousness in order to help ourselves. Did you know that we spent $1.4 trillion each year outside of our homes and communities after the bills are paid? This is why oppression and despair is so rampant within our homes and communities. The rich and poor are the same in this matter, just at different points of the same spectrum. Think about it. Why does a person who suddenly becomes rich will soon become poor again and again without proper discipline and training? You have athletes, musicians, and those who win the lottery. They find themselves secure in being poor again. What is that all about? Nation building is always challenging because changing a belief system, bad habits, moral decay, and changing inappropriate behavior is most difficult. We live in a world where we live upside down and believe it is right side up. Some call it the Matrix. Why do we believe it is important to fake it before you make it? Wouldn't it be common sense to spend less fake it time into the preparation needed to make it? Polished on the outside, but unskilled and corrupt on the inside, where it counts the most, causing the faker to rob, kill, steal, and destroy others on their faking it path, which leads to moral decay, poverty, prison, and or an early grave. Why are credit card companies paying better interest rates instead of banks? You get money back for spending. You're fighting to use credit cards that cost more in interest than what you are now getting on your savings. You think a good credit score and high credit card spending limit is wealth. OPM, other people's money. We have been turned upside down and thinking it is right side up. We live in a society where greed is considered good, and honesty and truth and righteousness is overstated and overrated. We are therefore being consumed by the things of this world, which is actually consuming you because it places you in debt, robbing from your future self, walking around saying pridefully, I got bills to pay. Let us learn to create wealth by transforming self and those around you. This is how we nation build and recycle wealth through our homes and communities. You first, then your neighbor. The scriptures teach us to keep God's commandments, train up a child, create a legacy, treat others as you would have them treat you. The same grace and mercy you show others is the same grace and mercy God will show you at judgment. This is what it means to be your brother's keeper and being equally yoked. Just think of every person,
Boardwalk
family,
School of
community, and
Economics, the
relationship
right
practice these
choice.
fundamental principles. Therefore, personal growth and professional development must become a way of life in order for nation building to occur. For example, it is a situation where a drug addiction, the addicted person, has to be better than he or she was before they became addicted to the drug in the first place. In this case, we're talking about overconsumption and poor preparation for life. It is like the foolish person who tries to build a structure, self, without the proper knowledge such as a building blueprint or a life plan. Then you may wonder why your goals, projects never work out. A foundation is the same as your common sense because both are based upon prior knowledge and circumstances which evolves from your experience. You can't have common sense over something you never experienced. In such a situation, good common sense is where you have enough wisdom to seek professional advice and the ability to recognize a true opportunity when you see it. The lack of this type of common sense causing the person to be easily scammed. You think the scam is the opportunity and see the opportunity as a scam. One requires action on your part and the other does not require anything other than paying out money. Remember the story of the slow and steady tortoise who won the race and the quickly defeated hare who ran out of steam before he crossed the finish line. The same as making quick money. It may look good in the beginning, but poor preparation and planning will soon lead to your downfall. As an attorney, the slogan goes, all money and good money. I have created a crash course of 18 months which covers your spiritual and economic journey. This is the preparation you need to invest in yourself to be truly able to compete and thrive for the long term. Humble yourself and open up your consciousness and think right now. Think right now. This is a pivotal moment because you have to decide. You have to make a decision. Don't be the person who thinks it will never be them. Don't be the person who always says what they used to have because they don't have it anymore. There is a difference between making money and creating wealth, my friends, because life is a monopoly game, and you have to know the rules in order to compete and spiritually grounded enough not to lose your way by being consumed by the things of this world. It requires cunning and discipline, grounded in the right spiritual framework to become successful in life and in death. This is my University in Your Home program, Boardwalk School of Economics. I guarantee you, just the education alone will be well worth a portion of your time, talents, and treasures. 10%. Tithing yourself. Make yourself your building fund. What is 10% of that $1.4 trillion? Do the math. You will have the knowledge to manage this increased cash flow flowing through your homes and communities. This means new millionaires and billionaires will be created just by changing the way we think. This can be done before the next presidential election. Do you know why our votes are taken for granted? Why? Because we do not have bargaining power. Why negotiate for something we give away for free? Any elected official will tell you, if you want something, make them do it. Go to my website, https:// Power Through Unity, one word, powerthroughnunity.org, through spelled out, to get started. Remember, this is 40 years of wisdom and experience being compressed into an 18-month crash course to get you started. Look at the website. You'll see how it's breaking down into 3 sections. The ministry, the spiritual component, the university in your home, Boardwalk School of Economics, and the business and legal department to make sure that you have the needed necessary help in and encouragement along the way to do things properly and not the hustler's way. We want to break the bonds of ignorance and mental oppression, freeing you from the strong man's house. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Be more and thrive. PowerThroughUnity.org.
Boardwalk School of Economics, the right choice.